Right, good morning guys. We're on the bus now, Matapalay. So we're on the way to Apo Island. We bought a tricycle for 60 peso. Now we're on the bus from Dumaguete to Matapalay. Sorry about this, it's a bit rough on here. It's cost us about 50 pesos each. So for 4 of us it's cost 200 pesos, which is about £3.20. So it takes about an hour to get there. We'll give you an update when we get to the ferry port. Alright, see you in a bit. We arrived at Matapalay ferry terminal. We just took a wee, which was quite funny because, yeah, peeing is free, but if you need a dump, which is excretion or a poo, you pay 10 peso. So, yeah, it's quite interesting. But yeah, all fun and games. So yeah, luckily didn't need to take a dump. So peeing was free. So happy days. We love that. Anyway, onto the ferry. And here's the boat, guys, if you are looking for them, that we're just going to board to Apo Island. Alright guys, we made it to the boat. So we're off to Apo Island. We opted for a larger boat instead of a smaller one. So the small boat was 3,500. We picked up the boat, which is 5,000. So 5,000 pesos is about £90. It's a private boat, 4 of us. It's quite big. We've got Captain Jack Sparrow in charge. So as you can see from the next clip, we are on our boat to Apo Island. As you can see, the sea is really rough, so I really recommend you take a waterproof bag with you if you've got valuables like your cameras, your GoPros, your drones. But yeah, the sea is quite rough, so do be prepared to get a bit wet on the way to Apo Island. Alright guys, we landed on Apo Island. We're here and alive. We're just about to pay the environmental fee before we see all the turtles. I'll just show you a picture now. Yeah, so as you can see, this is the island. The path is a trail where we can walk. We are at that point where the arrow is. Yeah, so that is Apo Island map. If anyone does get lost, please refer to this, maybe, if you need it. Right, we're in Apo Island, walking through the village towards a snorkeling spot. We have a kuya guiding us. So here's the front view, just walking through the village now. Should be at the snorkeling spot in a minute. But yeah, here's the view of it. Got about 85% left in my battery, so I get loads of footage of the turtles for you guys today. There we go, almost off. There we go. 30 meters away. There we go. Almost there. Sorry guys. I'm walking down here. Going to see the Ninja Turtles, Donatello, Raphael, Leonardo and Michelangelo. So yeah, should have some fun. Alright, almost there guys. Cool. We are by the beach. So, Kuya has just caught a massive fish. So, what have we got? Have we got tuna?
Giant sabali.
Giant sabali?
Yeah.
Okay, it's big?
That's 18.5 kilos.
Right, it's just about to go in the water. I've got my old helmet on here to wear. So this should be fun. So, hopefully we can spot some turtles for you guys. Next up everyone, we have got footage of the turtles, so I am just going to show you the video footage in a sec. So sit back, relax and enjoy. Hi everyone, I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. That was a fantastic experience. Don't think you can ever sort of replicate that. Seeing turtles in the wild, I much prefer it to them being cooped up in a aquarium tank. I know sometimes a rehab you have to do that, but it's better to see animals in their natural environment. Just want to give you a quick breakdown of all the costs and everything that we sort of incurred on this day sort of trip to Apo Island from Dumaguete for 4 people. So I'm just going to give you a quick breakdown now. If I'm looking away, it's because I'm looking at the laptop to obviously get the price and everything. So we took a tricycle from Dumaguete to Dumaguete bus terminal. That was approximately 50 to 60 peso for 4 of us. And then the bus each from Dumaguete to Matapalay, which is where the ferry terminal is, to Apo Island, that was 55 peso per person, and that took just under 1 hour. Also, the boat was at approximately 3,500 to 5,000 pesos for one boat. It's not per person. We opted for the 5,000 peso boat as it's slightly bigger. Everyone else, the wife included, felt a bit safer. Do bear in mind, obviously, once you're on the island, there is an environmental fee, which is 100 peso per person. That's also something you need to take into account as well. Another thing, when you're on the island, obviously you do have to have a guide with you that sort of looks after you while you go and see the turtles. That is 300 peso, and that is for 4 people, good for 4 people. Also, we did spend about 2,000 peso between us on food. We also treated 2 guides to food as well. Obviously, if you don't want to treat your guides, it's up to you. But obviously, something I like to do, treat the tour guides to food, and they look after you, so we look after them. So that's why we treat them to food. We also spent sort of 1,500 peso on miscellaneous sort of souvenirs and gifts that we got for Apo Island, like t-shirts, vests, etc. Yeah, and that is pretty much it. So in total, I think we spent around about 9,000 if you take into account 5,000 for a boat, 2,000 for food, 1,500 peso on sort of miscellaneous sort of t-shirts, vests, etc. And about sort of 400 peso on the bus there and back, Dumaguete to Matapalay, and obviously the tricycle in Dumaguete, from Dumaguete to Dumaguete bus terminal. So yeah, it's about 9,000 peso in total. So yeah, if you do 9,000 peso and you do divide it by 4 people, it does work out about 2,250 peso. That includes your food, any souvenirs you buy, and transportation and the boat. Obviously, you can save a little bit on that if you want the 3,500 boat instead of the 5,000 boat. But you're there, you might as well enjoy it and have a bigger boat. If you obviously calculate that is the cost per person in Filipino peso, the cost in obviously pounds, if you divide that sort of 9,000 peso, works out about 31, 32 pound each. So yeah, really reasonable day. Obviously, you are going to get quite a big saving if you do this in a sort of group of you, as opposed to obviously tour agency. If you're just on your own, 4,000 sort of peso, probably does, you're not going to save very much because obviously the boat cost. But obviously if there's sort of more than 2 of you, it definitely works out cheaper to do it this way than through a tour company. Lastly, I just want to thank you all for watching. It's much appreciated. And obviously don't forget to click the like and subscribe button. Thank you for watching.
Come and fly away with me. Come and fly